Hey guys, welcome back. And I came up with another interesting project on React.js. So this is live users. So the best part is this is for searching. So how you can filter the data. So I have showed in this example. So here you can find a lot of people's information. This data is coming from the server. I also tell you how can you connect with the server for fetching data, and this is some random users data which I got from the server, and here you can have a search for the people. So when I say RY, so Rian, and if I say Sophie, you get the Sophia, and K, and I say M, like that. So you can have a nice search. It's just a simple application, but really it's fun to make the coding of this application. Okay, so here I have used Bootstrap and all. Okay, so now let's start doing this application now. So I have created a React.js project. So and also I have installed a Bootstrap, and also I show you the commands for that. So you can create a React.js project using the command called npx create react app and your application name. So I've already done that. So I got this project, and I also install Bootstrap and font awesome icons. So I have already installed. So once I have installed, I have configured them in index.js. If you go there, see here, I have configured the font awesome CSS file in index.js, and also bootstrap css and javascript file has configured. Okay, so the bootstrap and font awesome configuration I have already finished, and if you don't know how to configure, so please watch my previous video or click on this card above so that you can find this configuration. Okay, so let me start the application first. So npm run serve. Oh, wait. I have to install one more package, that is npm install Axios, because I will be using Axios for fetching data from server, because this data is actually coming from the server. So for that I have to install Axios as well. I forgot actually. So I will install it. Okay, so Axios has been installed in my system. Now let me start the application. Just say npm start. Yes, so it is started almost. So come on, yeah. So it is started. It's completely empty because in app.js I don't have anything. If I say for example h2 app component, you get the app component. Okay, so bootstrap and all is already configured. So now let's start doing of this application. So first of all, let's make a design of this application, and then we'll talk about the actual functionality. So for this I will create new component, so new directory called components, and I have to create one more folder that is for services. Okay, so what is my component name goes to be, let's say live user search dot jsx. Okay, so let's say here import react from react, and let's say let live user search is equal to a function. In this it will return react dot fragment, let's say h2, let's say user search, and I'll say export default live user search. Okay, so let me connect with app. So I just simply delete this live capital live user search. So what happened, I get user search component. Okay, so in this let's make the uh, a design of it. Let's take one container, one row, single call md, this 4 I guess, one card header, and also card body. Yep. So card header, card body. So card header with a class called bg primary and the text white. Okay, and let's say text center. So here I'll say p.h for live user search. Let's check. Yeah, I have to make margin top 5. Okay, and you can also make little padding, just say p3. Okay, so inside of this you have a, yeah, you have one more, it's a search box. Yeah, so under that I'll take a form. Okay, so input type equal to text with a class called form control, and let's take a placeholder search here. Okay, search here. Now you get this one. Better you take this also on the left hand side, not text center. Okay, looks good. And under that I need to have all the records. So for example, I'll say here in the card body I'll have a ul li. So this ul with a class called list group, and this is with a class called list group item. Okay, you got list group item, and that list group item is with one color. So can I write list group item primary? You get the color, and inside of it you have an image and some text. So what I do is, in this I'll take one row, call md or call sm3 and call sm some 8. Okay, so in this I need to have image. So for example, for time being I'll just get image from online. Just say user png some dummy image as of now. Yeah, this image just for time being. Yeah, copy image address. I make it here. Okay, and okay, let's check. You got image, but it's quite bigger. You can give a class name image fluid. You get an image over there, and the right hand side I have to write a text. Let's say p.h for something John Doe. Okay, and also let's take something like Mr. John Doe, and under that you have some text. Okay, so let me write some a small tag. Let's say his London. Okay, something like UK. Okay, I think that's fine. Yeah, so here you want to make, you can make h5. Okay, a small name, and lastly you say align items center. It comes in center. Okay, fine. Now okay, that's fine. So we got this card body bg light, I say. Okay, fine. So I got the design. So now we have to fetch this entire data from the server using a service. Now I am going to create a service. So here in the services I create new JavaScript, that is user service. Okay, so export class user service. Now here I'm gonna fetch the data. So for fetching this all the records of these persons, I'll be using one API as a public API, that is something called a random user API. Come on, mountains and hills. This is mountain. This is mountain. Okay, so random user API. This is the random user website where you can find random users people data. So you can make requests or HTTP request for this particular URL so that you'll be getting a data in this format. Okay, and which also have options. Okay, for example, if I copy this and if I paste in here, see you get one person data. If you want to get multiple records, because I need to have multiple people's data, not just one person, so what you can do is API question mark results is equal to 50 I given. So what happened? You get the 50 results, 50 people's data. Okay, and this whole data I want to have a proper format. So for getting the proper format, what I do is there is a online JSON Validator. Come on, why? I don't know why it's asking for me. Always. I'll paste my data and validate. Yes, I got data. I copy. Okay. See, I got the whole person's data. Okay, so language G for JSON. Okay, because I have to fetch data from here. Okay, that's the reason. Now, yeah, this is the URL for fetching copy. Here, I'll say static get all users. Get all users. So let me import Axios. Import Axios from Axios. Next, I'll say return Axios dot get request with my data URL directly. Okay, it returns me the data. Now I have to call this particular function from my component. So when do I call it is like this. So first of all, let something is equal to use state. Okay, in this you take state and set state. I need to hold loading as false and users is an array, comma error message is just null. Okay, so now I say use effect hook for fetching data from the server. Okay, so how would I search this? Simple. You can make async await. Let's say try catch. Okay, so let response is equal to await user service dot get all users. Okay, so in this what type of response you get? For example, if I say console.log of response dot data, you check what is the data it comes into picture. So when I refresh and go inside a console window, let's go to console window. You got an object in that. See, info is there, results is there. Actually, this results contains the data. Okay, so I need to fetch only results from the response. So can I write like this? Let something called results is equal to response dot data. I only fetch the results. So this result I need to set to users. So set state where dot state and you can make it next line dot state and users will be results and that's all. Loading becomes false. And before you start, just say set state where dot state and not that one. Just say dot state and loading becomes true. Okay, if something goes wrong, I'll say set state, where dot state and loading becomes true. Okay, if something goes wrong, I'll say set state where dot state and loading becomes true. Okay, if something goes wrong, I'll say set state where dot state and loading becomes true. Okay, if something goes wrong, I'll say set state where dot state and loading becomes true. Okay, if something goes wrong, I'll say set state where dot state and loading becomes false, and error message goes to be the error. Okay, so you can able to fetch the records called users. Along with this user, I also take f users. I'll tell you why. Just wait a minute. F users and f users. So what I do is, along with the users, I'll take f users also have data. So two copies I have taken, users and f users. Both are contain same data. Okay. Now, now, if you want to see the data has fetched or not, you can write some pre-tag expression JSON dot stringify of state dot users. So you can find all the users on the UI. So you have to loop through and display all the users here. Okay, so let's make that now. So now we have received the data from the server. So we have displayed that. I don't need to display on the UI just like this. So I can comment this or delete. Yeah, I have to loop through and display natural data. So for looping column D4 card body list group, yeah, each list group item I have to loop through. So I'll cut this. I'll make here um, state dot users dot length is greater than 0 and state dot users dot map. You get the each user. You get the each user. So it will return something that is my list group. Okay, and here I say the key will be every user have a unique ID. So for example, if you see the data, see this is user object which contains some unique ID login.uuid. Okay, so let's make some user dot login dot uuid. Okay, so that's fine. Now I got all the records, but thing is it is completely it was just scrolling. So what I can do is for this card body I'm gonna write some styles. I go to index.css. This is the global style sheet. Okay, I don't need anything. Okay, so let me card body, I'll say height some 500 pixels. Okay, so height is 500 pixels. And what about data? Just say overflow y scroll. So what happens? So inside of this only it will be keep scrolling your data. Okay, so that looks good actually. Now go back to the user search. For the card, I'll say some shadow. Okay, looks good. And what about the background color of this body tag? Let me also add few extra styles for the body tag. I'll say background color, something gray color. Yes, so now you can only concentrate on this guy. Okay, but this all data is not dynamic data. So how can you make it dynamic is the src. I'll make src is equal to user dot. So you can find every user's picture is here. That is yeah, picture dot thumbnail. So user dot picture dot thumbnail, so that you get the every person's picture. Okay, and you want to have just say rounded circle. If I say rounded circle, every image is just rounded. And what about the names? Name, I'll say actually name is an object. So title first and last. So can I say user dot name dot first, and also user. I think I forgot. No double color base, single color base, right? So user dot name dot first and also user dot name dot last. Okay, you can find all the names, and also title you can make, that is user dot name dot title and dot space. Okay, you get them. I guess that's fine. What about this? This is actually some address. So you can write some city and country. So it is coming from location.city and location.country. So I say here user.location.city and then user.location.country. You can make some comma out there so that you get the data. Okay, so that looks good. We finally got data. Now it's time to make a filtering logic. So let's make a search. It means whatever the character I type, depend on that is to be filtered. So for that reason, what I am going to do is, so here I'll take one more state. So let something is equal to use state. Use state. In this, so let's say search, or you can instead you, why can't you take here only? Yeah, I say search is search key you take. Okay, search key is just empty. Okay, so this search key I have to bind. The search key I have to bind for my input text. So I'll say value with state dot search key, and also on change happens, then set state of dot state. No, I have to call a function because I have to make a logic also, right? Filtering logic. So I say search user. Okay, fine. I'll copy. I'll make a function. Let search user is a function. So here you will be receiving an event. Okay, so this particular one I need to update. So set state where dot state and dot state, and search key will be event dot targets dot value. Okay, so fine. And if you want to confirm this search key has been bind or not, let's write a pre-tag expression search key. Sorry, state dot search key. So just to check the two-way binding, yes, it's been working. Okay, that's fine. So now what we do is, yeah. So now what we do is, when I make a search character, when I enter, so I have to filter this data. So to filter the data, I can, okay, let's filtered users is equal to state dot users or f users dot filter. There you get the each user. Okay, each user. So I have to check the logic. Okay, can I say return user dot name dot first name. So I'm just searching first name dot to lower case dot includes my search key. So event dot target dot value dot to lowercase. Okay, because case should match. So lowercase. So first name and includes my text what I enter. So I get the data, right? So this filtered data I need to set it to all the users. Okay, how you set? So set state where dot state, and the users will be my filtered users. That's all. Okay, that's all. Okay, this is how you will make a search logic. Let me check. Back here, I refresh. Okay, fine. So I say HAY. Yes, there are multiple people. but what I'm typing is not visible out there. Okay, I forgot to write some value property as value state dot search key. Yes, I have written, but set state of search key event dot target dot value is there. So when I say A is not visible out there. How come? I think you have to give some name field as well. Name is something called search key. Okay. Uh, a small issue. I think I have to find that out. If I enter a character is not visible. Alright, so I found the issue. The problem is you're setting it here and also here. So same function you're setting it two times. So instead I do one thing. I'll just make a search key. I'll set somewhere here. Okay, there's just one search key, right? I'll make it here. Just one copy of set state. Search key is the value. Okay, so now when I make A, yes, it's working. Okay, so if I say JU, I got, and MAX, I got, and NER, yes, perfect. MA, yes, it's working. Okay, so this is a simple search, I mean live user search using React.js. So thank you so much. Hope you enjoy this coding. So if you don't want to miss this type of interesting videos, please do subscribe to my channel and keep watching.